Okay, I'm waiting for Zoya to join us.
We did it. Hello.
Hi, so I was like perspiring with nervousness.
No, because I sent you like 3 requests.
Yeah.
So I kept
No,
going out, coming back in, and yeah. What's
I,
up?
you tell me. We've been home and
Yes.
it's been some time. And I know that you're somebody who's always been comfortable being home.
Yeah.
Um, what have you been feeling?
Truth be told, I really have been on the go. Like I've been like a hamster on the wheel for the last 3 years. So this was like I just had to shut down, and I think that on that level it's been good. I think, of course, there's been like uncertainty. There's been a bit of fear. There's been a lot of concern for people that are not as privileged as us. There's been a lot of questioning that, you know. But at the same time, you're seeing the earth heal, and now I think it's time to just rethink how we want to live on this planet for the rest of our lives, and in terms of just the home, the planet that we're on, and also how we want to be as a society, and why do we have people that are in a position where they're this vulnerable. Why have we allowed it? Those are the things I'm thinking and feeling, and then I'm also writing
Of
scripts
course,
and doing work.
of course.
Yeah,
You're always
yeah.
telling stories, which is what is so interesting about you. I want to talk about inequalities with you because I think it's a theme that you have explored in your last film, Gully Boy, and you do mention inequalities even in the experience that you're
I'm
having
gonna
right
wear my glasses. Yeah, thank you.
now. So inequality is a theme that you have explored very interestingly in Gully Boy. Um, I think there were just so many visuals in the film that spoke out so loud uh, about how people who live in an unequal world, how do they feel, how do they respond to the contrast that society has created. And uh, given that this is one of the things that you're feeling right now as well, you're concerned about, for many of us are, deeply concerned about how the most marginalized always gets most affected by these circumstances. Um, I was talking to Vivek Menon yesterday, somebody who we both know well. Uh, he's the CEO of Wildlife Trust of India, for all of you who don't know, and of course, like many other
You're breaking up. Can you shift your phone a little bit? Yeah,
Okay,
better.
loud and clear.
Yeah.
So, Vivek was telling me yesterday that we get the sense that the earth is healing because we've really had the opportunity to step back a bit and slow down, but also because everything that we occupy with so much density on a daily basis, every space that we occupy with so much density of our population is getting room to just breathe, which is why nature seems to be settling a little. Air is cleaner, more people are witnessing and listening to bird song. It's do you think that this is these collective impressions, these feelings that we have, these things that we're seeing, witnessing, will find a way into your narratives as well now, Zoya?
Find a way.
Into your narratives, into your storytelling?
I mean, on some level, I don't know how like the story narratives are going to be post this thing. There are certain things we've written that will be what they are because they are in production. But going forth, I don't know how you can, unless you're doing a period film, how you can write a film that's not going to be either a post-pandemic narrative or a narrative set in the pandemic, which I think 100 people will be doing. But I'm talking about a post-pandemic narrative because the world's not going to come out of this in the same way.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to be different. And I think that is going to reflect in our stories. That's going to reflect in our choices. That's going to reflect in our characters, in the conflicts, in everything. You know, it'll be very strange if it doesn't. I mean, for the next 1 year or two, we may see films that it doesn't have because those films are in production and they weren't written for this, you know. But I think it's going to be there.
Yeah, absolutely. And it'll be very interesting to see how we weave these experiences into what we tell as stories
Yeah.
in the future. I love how you run your Instagram page. You know, the imagery you put out there. There's always something that you're saying. And since this lockdown,
Thank you.
you've been posting images of nature. You've always done it,
Yeah.
intermittent over time, but this time chosen to only express this moment that you're getting to pause and witness nature in your
Yeah,
life.
because I mean, yeah, or what I'm reading maybe. Because you're here and it's like I haven't experienced this kind of silence in Mumbai since I was a child. I mean, I've lived in the same house as a kid. So suddenly it's like going back to my childhood where there was just absolutely nobody on bandstand. It was really quiet. You could only hear the sea, you could only hear the birds. I had dogs. I mean, there was a time when my brother and me would just cycle all over the place. We would take our dogs, go onto the sea, play in the rocks. It was different, you know. You can't do that now. And suddenly it's gone back to the time where everything is quiet and still. And also, I've given myself a kind of structure and routine every day so that I don't start going stir crazy. So one of those things is that I have to take a photograph every day, you know. So I mean, I have a small little garden, you know. I have a bit of sky, which I think I'm privileged to. So I'm just out there every day clicking a picture or clicking a picture of my dogs, and it's a task I've given myself every morning. It's part of my routine, so it keeps things going.
That's
Yeah,
wonderful.
and it reflects your state of mind, you know. I think your page, I think everybody's, it's like a very close friend of mine, Kajal, says Instagram is like truth serum. You know, everybody who, you know, you kind of know a personality when you see their Instagram page. You know, Putlu, she says that. Yeah.
It's true though. It really is.
Yeah.
Um, you, whether it's Farhan or it's Javed Saab, um, you know, they've kind of used. There's been a lot of nature in their poetry, especially Javed Saab. Like one of the songs that I can think back to amongst the many songs that he's written is "Panchi Nadiya Pavan ke Jhoke,
Mhm.
Koi Sarhad Na Hi Hoke." So basically, nature doesn't understand boundaries and borders, and especially migratory birds. I think
Mm.
the point is that nature doesn't understand this. Human
Yeah.
beings understand borders and boundaries. What's your favorite poem or piece of literature that is inspired by nature or that you can think to or want to share with us?
You know, I think one of the most, I mean, it's not so much about nature, it's using nature as an analogy. But it's this quote by um, this author. He wrote, oh my God, I have to read it out to you. Like I won't give it to you correctly. I have to read it out to you. But it's about in the uh, it's the harsh. It took the harshest depths of winter to see that I had an invincible summer in me. You know, it's Albert Camus. If you've heard of Camus,
Yes.
yes, it's his.
Okay. Have I lost you? It's like a internet glitch. No.
Yeah, I checked it. It's Camus, and it says, "In the midst of winter, I found in me there lay an invincible summer." And that's one quote that I just go back to at various times.
Interesting.
Yeah,
So there's one that my father had written, that I would sit by my bedside and read every day for many, many years. It was written in his handwriting. And especially when I went off for this international study when I was 18. The woods are lovely, dark and deep. I have come to sleep, and miles to go before I sleep, and my
asleep. Yeah,
by Robert Frost. And I think there is so much literature, so much literature out there that has inspired human behavior, human aspiration, human growth, our understanding of life, relationships, the world. But I think nature is more often than not used as a metaphor for us to just understand ourselves deeply and better. And I'm going to be talking to Shreya Ghoshal later in the evening today. She's actually
nice.
the second person I'm talking to. But I think she's singing more than we will be talking.
Yeah,
But I think that it's it's really uh, true. You had posted this story the other day. I think Ayan had shared with you, and then you posted it, and then I saw many, many other artists in the industry post this message. As you binge watch your 10 series or read a book or sleep to music, remember that in the darkest days when everything stops, you turn to artists.
yeah.
Do you think that artists have a big role to play in just helping more human beings understand how deeply connected our existence, our well being, our lives are with nature?
Not just with nature, even with each other. I mean, sometimes you can have a poem, a song, a movie, a painting, anything that has absolutely nothing to do with nature. But it's got to, I mean, it's got to do with humans, so it is nature. But in a sense, it deeply resonate with each other, because the humanity is the same. You operate from the same amount of emotions, the same conflicts, the same feelings. Only certain things are enhanced and certain things are put down in different cultures, but it's the same bandwidth. And which is why I can watch a Mexican film, and I may have never been to that country, but I totally get it because it resonates to me on a human level. And that's what artists do. They show you a mirror, they show you a reflection, they show you a side of them that you didn't see in anyone else, and you don't feel so alone. They just put their hand out there and be like, dude, we're here. And I think it's I mean, it's a very I don't know, I'm very drawn to artists. Like, I mean, I'm very, very protective of that community.
You
Yeah.
are an artist.
Yeah, but I'm very protective of that community, whether it's photographers, whether it's painters, whether it's musicians, whether because there is it's another form of communication, and it's it makes you, it just hits you, it goes straight here, it crosses everything, you know.
Yeah.
Art just art is what made me connect with Nazi. you know he's a little kid from Dharavi who sang a song in Hindi and posted it up on his video, and I knew nothing about his life, and I saw this video and thing, and it just connected with me. And that's what art does. It just crosses class, caste, religion, communicate, borders, countries, whatever, and it just touches you where it needs to. That's art.
Yeah, I don't know whether you consciously recognize this about yourself, but you are in many ways a witness to life. As most storytellers presumably should be, but
Mm.
maybe it's my bias, my love for you, but I genuinely believe that you are one of the intuitive, sharpest witnesses to life as it
Oh,
unfolds around us. And you operate from a very, very deep place of empathy, which is why I'm actually convinced that what we're witnessing as a world right now is going to permeate into your narratives it's going to find a way. And
Of course, it has to.
even if it is just a visual,
Yeah.
how you frame or what you include in your, you're going to do a lot of it. I just want to quickly go back to some of the things we've almost done but not done, but hopefully will do. And also recognize the fact that you were one of the first productions or first individuals in the film industry who decided to go single-use plastic. I'm not going to ask you the silly question, why, but I just want to know, a lot of people who are not necessarily environmentalists, but do care about nature, but are also living in urban centers, and don't quite understand how to find a balance. It's a struggle that I think many of us see on a daily basis, right? But you, like some other people, find a way to be more responsible. How do you do that? How do you find your balance?
I mean, I do things. I do certain things. I mean, I'm still in a bloody SUV. I mean, I'm not going to deny that. I'm still looking for a car. I can't drive a low car because I'm car sick, so I get nauseous. So I'm still looking to find I'm still waiting to get a hybrid hire car. But I mean, you change little. I mean, like here, like there's no plastic in my house. You just have glass bottles, you have metal bottles, you have
Where did my
copper
body go?
bottles.
Just do a cheers.
Yeah, I'm saying you just do things like that. Like, I mean, we've always had little dustbins in our car. My mother always got them, and you use them. You don't litter. These are things you just don't do. You just don't dirty your environment. Even when we're shooting, I make sure my crews don't do that. So you just try and use as little and consume as little, and just be a little aware of what you're doing. You know,
Yeah,
and it's
you don't print sides as well. You don't print unless it's absolutely necessary, right?
no, we have to print size on set. We
On
have
set,
to.
yes, but
Yes.
there are productions that just print and print and print and
No, I mean your scripts, you do them double-sided, you do stuff like that. You have to be a little careful with it. Don't waste food, make sure you give it to places, things like that.
yeah, it makes a big difference. Tell
And
me,
don't
Zoya,
litter, man. Like, we have to stop throwing stuff. This is our city, this is where we live, it's our home. We just have to be careful. Like, I have a dustbin. I put my stuff in the dustbin and I take it home. Or I'll keep it in a bag, like go to a trash can and throw it. Just don't throw stuff on the street.
Joe. I've noticed that you also wear a lot of breathing fabrics. You tend to kind of only wear natural, sustainable garments.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in Bombay, so the weather is, I mean, so I can't wear anything synthetic. Like, I'll go mad.
Yeah,
Like,
but I don't think you would choose to either. Now,
it doesn't suit you.
no, it doesn't. It gives me
Yeah,
a.
yeah.
I think you would also break into hives.
You can't wear those clothes. I mean, it's not conducive to our weather.
Um, I'm not going to stretch this longer because I think it's important to keep this conversation tight so that more people can revisit it later. But since we belong to um, a set of people who understand that the role that we play in life is not one, and we can find a way to use our work, our voice, as an opportunity to make a difference.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And also, you don't need to have a voice. I mean, you don't need to have a public platform. You don't need to be um, a quasi celebrity, even. You can just, like, I mean, if there's one thing about this lockdown that everyone has told me across the board is, man, the silence. You can hear the birds. I mean, just be aware of that. Just do not add to the noise. Just make sure that you don't honk. Make sure your driver doesn't honk. Make sure if you're in an Uber, just spread that awareness around you. Just be mindful of certain things, because when we come out of it, we should understand what happened and try and shift the way we live. We have to continue living, but we just have to do it. We just have to tweak it now. You know,
Yeah.
we just have to shift consciousness a little.
I hope we're all able to remember this time, and also be witness to.
I don't think you can forget it. I don't think you can forget it.
Well, human beings are extremely complex and very interesting creatures, and we have, of course, technology today will ensure that we remember much more than we have.
Yeah, but babe, I mean, it's now with the age and stage and where we are at. You know, like every time there's been something like this, a world war, pandemic, it has shifted the way people live. And even this will shift the way people live. And I think everyone should realize that the minute something like this happens, capitalism doesn't help. Everyone goes to being socialists, you
And
know?
consumerism doesn't help either.
It doesn't help. So we should just remember that and we should try and balance it out in a way.
So less will be more.
It should be.
I love you, Zoe. I see you soon. It's really strange and surreal to talk to you like this,
I know,
but
but we'll meet soon.
I'm glad I could kickstart this conversation with you because
I'm glad you're doing this.
you're special. I I I I think it's important. It's important for us to just share what we're thinking and feeling, and hopefully inspire more people to, I don't know, do simple things that we can all do every day.
Yeah, yeah. Even like on other Insta page, the Tiger Baby page, we've just been putting stuff up. You've read
Yes,
something that will come, you
yes,
know,
there's been such beautiful stories and poems and
just things because it's a good
yeah,
time for that.
keep inspiring love, Zoya, and
I'll
keep
try.
taking those beautiful pictures that witness nature.
I don't know how many more I'm going to be able to take. I'm like exhausted. Let's see.
No, you find your home
I'll find it. Yeah. Okay, love.
soon. Love you.
See you. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so for all of you who joined us, thank you very much for being witness to this conversation.